This isn't a topic I would normally pay attention to or comment on, but I think there's something important that needs to be said here. This woman, Jessie Lee Ward, who was a huge MLM influencer and business coach, passed away at 35. I'm not going to talk about how toxic MLMs are or the harm she caused people while she was alive. That's not my point here. What she went through this past year health-wise is something that nobody deserves. General information. She was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer in March of this year, and it seems like she passed from a kidney infection that went septic, but don't quote me on that. This is a video she made 11 days before she passed.
Ow, it hurts to laugh, but sometimes you just gotta put a smile on your face, my friends. You gotta smile through the kidney pain or whatever the hell it is. Oh my God, my belly, everything is aching and I can all care. I'm really happy. My doctor called me, my oncologist called me, and he and he read my PET scan from last Monday, and it's very good news. So for those of you who don't know, it's very good news. Not a drop of chemo, not a blast of radiation, not anything from a single traditional oncologist except for to read my scans, which was something I asked him to do. I said, if I choose not to go a traditional cancer route, will you still read my scans? Will you still tell me what's going on? He said, I promise. I said, okay, thank you. And he said that the cancer is decreasing in my body. Many of my lymph nodes have gone back to normal. There's a few hot spots that were always there. Nothing has increased. He said everything in my body is going back.
Before I go into this, let me just say that I'm really impressed by her positive attitude, her courage, and her openness with her followers, because if I was in that situation, I don't think I could maintain that type of mindset. There are a few things regarding medical treatment and medicine that I firmly believe. And the first one is patient autonomy. If you don't want that treatment, you don't have to get it. But there may be some emergency situations where a doctor says, hey, if I don't do this to you right now, you might kick the bucket. And in those situations, you should probably listen. But in most cases, I think people should have the right to choose what they want to do or not do. Secondly, I don't think grouping medicine into types and categories tends to be all that helpful. Western medicine, Eastern medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. I think there are things that are effective and evidence-based, and you can find them everywhere. And then I think there are things that just don't work. So, evidence-based, and they can come from all different places. And then there are just things that don't work. Jumping back into this, I'm not an oncologist. I didn't see her PET scan, so I'm not going to speak to whether her cancer was actually decreasing or not. But eschewing Western medicine, traditional oncologists, therapies like chemo and radiation that have been shown to save people's lives when they have stage 4 chemo, this isn't something to be proud of. This isn't a flex. This woman has a huge reach and her followers are aggressively loyal, and she doesn't have to do chemo and radiation, but making it sound like she is doing something brave in avoiding therapies that have been shown to save people actively causes harm. And regardless of how physically healthy or how great her diet was or how much of a positive attitude she has or how many coffee enemas she did, none of those things were likely to get rid of her stage 4 colon cancer. So I still encourage you, please don't take medical advice from unqualified people, especially when it comes to very serious illnesses. And when it comes to medicine or healing or types of medicine, stop feeling like you have to put yourself in a box. The boxes are stupid. Get rid of them. You can choose chemotherapy and dietary modifications and alternative treatments at the same time. Just talk to your doctor. Because this idea that we have to pick one or the other is scaring people away from proven treatments that work. You can do both. Get rid of the boxes. Because nobody deserves to have their life cut short at 35. Nobody.